Ladies and gentlemen, you can probably guess what I'm going to say next, and I've been saying it for such a long period of time now. It's been about 10 days. But drum roll, Bitcoin's on the brink, crypto's on the brink. We need to bottom here, okay? Why have I been saying that for so long, okay? And why has nothing changed? I'll say it again. We have the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap, which has an ascending support line, okay? It bottomed out on that ascending support line briefly, temporarily, on the 24th of June. That is the first time on this YouTube channel that I said Bitcoin cryptocurrency as a whole is on the edge of a cliff. And my rhetoric back then was actually that altcoins are on the edge of a cliff and Bitcoin has some room to move. You will remember me saying that. Now the problem is Bitcoin has moved down to the edge of a cliff as well. So now not only is the total 3 on the edge of a cliff, but Bitcoin and also the broader markets, total market cap chart, are on the edge as well. So it's not like I'm just repeating some slogan to get views or clicks. I'm actually not really getting views or clicks. If you look at my YouTube channel, they're actually down quite significantly. I'm not clickbaiting you. I'm just telling you the truth, right? Total 3's been on the edge of the cliff for about 10 days, 11 days. That's when I first started saying it. And Bitcoin, about 6 days ago, kind of got in that vague price region in which it needs to move upwards. And now, as of today, in the last 6-7 hours, we've been moving downwards and really testing that price region. I actually haven't really got any short-term charts to show you today. I just want to show you the things that actually matter, okay? The reason we're seeing this, which is, by the way, manipulation. I know what that sounds like, but it's true. We've got a few lines we need to be watching, some preliminary breakdowns that could turn into some really big concerns for Bitcoin. We also need to watch the ascending support line on total 3 and Bitcoin, and then the support line on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. I'm just going to show you what you need to watch. And I'm going to show you when a actual breakdown, macro-wise, will be validated. I'm going to show you as well why it doesn't really make sense what's happening here and the limitations we have as analysts given the price action and the cause of the price action. I'm going to try and keep it brief, but before we get into any of that, go ahead and check out the Bitunix and Bingx exchanges. Bitunix offers you 5,500 USDT. I've just highlighted it right here on the screen where my cursor is for signing up, okay? It's a bonus, it's a reward. Not everyone's going to get it, but it's a 5,500 USD bonus for using my referral link down below and signing up to the exchange. And if you don't win the bonus for signing up, you will get a permanent 15% trading fee discount on that exchange for life. It's the exact same story on Bingx, except instead of 5,500, it's 4,000 USDT. So if you want a chance to win money, and also if you don't win, you get a 15% trading fee discount for life, sign up to either of those exchanges down below. They're both very low in trading fees to begin with, and they're both global non-KYC. So make sure you use my link. It helps you and it helps out the channel a lot. So check it out. Let's just dive into it. Let's try, power through the info today. I don't want to waste too much of your time. The price is moving quite rapidly. Things are developing quite rapidly. The last thing I want is to upload this video and the content not to be relevant anymore, right? That's why we're talking about macro, not short term, by the way. Why is the price action being so tedious right now? Here's the simple reality. S&P 500 is on the screen. The candles are the S&P 500. The orange is the Bitcoin price action. Look at the fact here that the S&P 500 has continued breaching past all-time highs on 2 separate moves. Here's one, went to all-time highs, and today, guys, today, as we speak, today, that Bitcoin is going downwards, the day that altcoin is getting wrecked, everything that's happening today is happening as the S&P 500 and the broader traditional markets place new all-time highs. There is a significant deviation between the cryptocurrency market cap, just everything crypto, and the actual broader market price action, right? This only happens due to external narratives. Right now, we don't have external narratives. You can point to Mt. Gox all you want. You can point to Germany selling all you want. These narratives didn't exist back when the correction started and the deviation began, right? These narratives only gained steam later in the correction, later in the deviation. The original deviation, and certainly the one we've seen today, are existing without any sort of real narrative that is identifiable to us. So either I just don't know about it, in which case it's not really a very strong narrative, isn't it? If I'm a full-time analyst and I don't know about the narrative, it's not really a strong narrative and it shouldn't be strong enough to pull the price down this much in a deviation from traditional markets. So either I don't know about it for some fluke of luck, or this is significant manipulation. And that's what I think it is. And every single analyst I speak to agrees with me. This is the first instance of significant deviation from the traditional market price since the brief period of time around the ETF launch at the start of this year. But it's also the first evident manipulation we've seen in a long period of time. You don't really see manipulation lasting for long periods of time very often at all. People think you do. People have the impression that the market makers, whatever that means, are constantly manipulating the price and they're constantly doing it over macro timeframes. That's not really the case, right? We're talking about pronounced and very distinguishable deviation here. That is what we're talking about. And hence, pronounced and very distinguishable manipulation. That doesn't happen very often, and this is hence a unique market circumstance. And this is why it's so frustrating as an analyst right now, looking at these markets and trying to decipher what the next move is. You can't really decipher what the next move is based on TA when the TA is not working because there's external factors manipulating the market, right? We are seeing manipulation here. Manipulation is not easily tradable. So all I can do right now, given that presupposition, is show you what levels are important. I can't really make predictions for you. I just can't do it. The TA is not working. Plain and simple. The TA is not working right now on short-term, medium-term basis. It literally has not been since June 5th. That is when the manipulation started, evidently, as per this chart. So I can't give predictions on short-term. What I can do is look at the macro levels. And I'm going to show you them right now. What are the macro levels? We're going to skim through it. Right now, for Bitcoin, there are a few. There's indicators, there's bull market support band, all this kind of stuff. The one that actually matters right now, in my opinion, is this ascending support line on Bitcoin stemming backwards from October 2023. That is the macro line that we are testing right now. That is the macro line that we need to see hold on a daily candle close. We cannot see a daily candle close below that level. And if we do see it below that level, it cannot be convincing, okay? Or it cannot be long-lived. Another one is the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart. Again, an ascending support level stemming backwards from November 2023. We cannot see a pronounced or convincing daily candle close below this level, right? And another one is the total cryptocurrency market cap on the weekly chart. We cannot see a convincing or pronounced weekly candle close below this $2.12 trillion level on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. Those are the 3 things I'm looking at right now. The ascending support line on Bitcoin, the ascending support line on the total 3, the horizontal support on the total, being the daily chart here, the daily chart here, and the weekly chart here. Now, here's something as well you need to be aware of. If we see a close below the line on Bitcoin, but not a close below the line on total 3 or vice versa, I will not consider that a valid breakdown. It is only when we see both of these charts prominently break down on a daily candle close that I will consider it a valid breakdown. I don't see a reason for that to happen. It does not make sense to me if that happens. I just wouldn't be able to. There's no reason I can think of from any logical TA perspective for that to happen. This is rarely the last line of support. But there lies the issue. Notice what I just said. There's no logical reason from a TA perspective for that to happen. But this move hasn't really been based in much logic. That's the problem here. Manipulation removes logic from the price action. The levels are still respected, like we're still finding support on this level, but the probabilities that are usually pertained within the levels of support and the patterns that generally suggest market moving upwards and market moving downwards are altered significantly and unknowingly. So we can't really decipher what you can't decipher much more than this is what we need to watch. And that's the problem with the price action right now. And that's where I'm going to leave you with the analysis for that reason. We have clear manipulation. With clear manipulation, I can't give you clarity on what will happen next. What I can say is that provided these levels hold, the macro trends have not broken. And the macro trends suggest we go upwards from here into a parabolic bull market. That's what I can say. And given the fact they haven't broken yet, that is my underlying kind of, I guess, thesis or underlying prediction. So that's still valid right now because nothing's actually broken properly yet. And so technically speaking, I'm macro bullish. I still stand by that. I still think that under regular market conditions, this would be a macro buying zone. Now, the problem is these aren't regular market conditions. So you got to decide whether you want to take that risk. I personally have been buying bits and pieces here and there. I haven't been heavily buying here, partially because I've already heavily bought, right? I've already deployed a large amount of capital. So I don't really, have much more risk tolerance to put into the market. But this is technically speaking a buying zone, believe it or not. So although I might sound fearful in this video, I can assure you that, depends what you mean by fearful, right? Because is it scary? Yes, it's scary. We're testing a major macro support zone with significant deviations and also significant manipulation. That's scary, objectively. But fearful in the sense that it's with the negative connotations, like, no, not really. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying, right? I'm not actively selling here, that's for sure. But we are on the brink. And I've said that so many times over the last couple of weeks. I understand that. I understand it gets frustrating hearing the same thing over and over again. There's nothing I can do about that, though. The reality is, if you're accepting the fact that this support line here on the total 3 is absolutely crucial, and you're accepting the fact, the reality, that it was tested on the 24th of June, there's no way that I could have said anything else on the 24th of June other than we are on the brink. And there's no way I could have said anything other than we're on the brink now, because that line is being tested again. So unfortunately, we've literally just been on the brink for 2 weeks. It's getting exhausting, but that's the reality. So we'll have to see what happens, guys. Those are the critical lines, though. This one here on the Bitcoin chart, on the total 3, and this one here horizontally on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. Those are the lines we need to watch. I will try to give you updates as swiftly as possible if there are significant developments to the downside or to the upside. So I'll try and keep you informed as best I can. But right now, macro speaking, nothing's happened yet. Just have to wait and see. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Again, check out the Bitunix and Bingx exchanges. Bonuses down below with my links. Go ahead and check them out if you want to sign up to a good exchange. And then finally as well, we've got the VIP group on Telegram, which is actually on sale right now. We've got 4 days, actually 3 days very shortly, left in this VIP sale. You're getting a discount of $90 US for a membership to a group that I post trading plans in 4 times a week. And you're also getting access to a group chat where you can discuss the market 24/7 with other traders. That's all available on VIP. Again, there's a sale, discounted price for a limited time. And lastly, the Crypto Academy's Become a Trader 10-unit course is currently having a bull market sale as well. If you want to learn how to trade, that is where you can do so. Educate yourself on TA, get used to trading the markets by yourself, so you can use this content as kind of data that you can assess for yourself and see whether you actually agree with it or not, and actually just take trades for yourself as well. It's always helpful to have knowledge about TA. If you want to learn how to do TA, this is the place for you to do it. And you're going to need to if you want to have a career or any sort of profitable hobby in financial markets. You need to learn TA at least to a basic level. That's what we're offering you there. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.